Good evening, it's Neil Baldock from Charles David Casson Estate Agents here. I just wanted to record this quick video with a subject that's come up a couple of times recently with some clients of mine. They've fallen slightly short of legislation where they've been managing property themselves, and a couple of issues that they didn't even realise could come back to bite them. So I've been asked the question recently, do tenants still have a tenancy agreement in place even if there's not a written document? And well, the answer is yes. As soon as a tenant starts paying you money, a tenancy is automatically created, and this is under section 54 of the Law of Property Acts, which I believe dates back to 1925. So just because you don't have something set out in writing, don't think your tenant doesn't have a tenancy agreement. And I've had a range of questions from how do I get rid of this tenant who's not paying me any rent? I've got no agreement with them. Can I just change the locks? Well, no, because they do have the right to occupy the properties. They do have a tenancy in place. How should I go about recovering the rent? Well, the problem with a non-written tenancy agreement creates a whole range of issues, because how do you prove what the rent was meant to be? So if you've agreed a rent of £900 and the tenant doesn't pay you and then claims that actually the rent was only £500, how are you going to prove that it was £900? You've got no written signed document. So very, very important to have a written tenancy agreement which clearly sets out the terms of the tenancy. Equally, very important to have written documentation because of the deposit regulations, which are a complete another subject. I've recorded videos on in the past and we'll do some further videos, but very important to realise that you have to protect their deposits. If you don't, then you could be liable for fines of up to 3 times the value of the deposit, and also that impacts serving the section 21 notice, which is the notice requiring possession. So if you don't get your documentation correct, then it can lead to a whole range of other issues, ultimately potentially costing you money as a landlord in fines, and also problems with recovering possession of your property if that's necessary. So if you are not sure about anything and you've got a tenant in one of your properties and you haven't given them a written tenancy agreement and you're not sure what to do, please get in touch. I'll be more than happy to give you some advice on that, as I do with many clients on a daily and weekly basis. So there's Neil Baldock and Charles David Casson. You can get in touch by calling me on 01245 835859 or drop me an email at neil@charlesdavidcasson.co.uk. But be more than happy to give you some free no obligation advice. Okay, have a good evening.